Okay, I'm so happy. Oh, I love all the love on the screen. Yes. Zinnia is about to give us a presentation that I think all of us need, which is school is about to begin, and we need to start school on that right foot, with the right mindset, right attitude. So I am pleased to announce Zinnia Bayardo, and I'm going to make you the host, and I'm going to stay on until I see your slides.
There we go.
And welcome. Okay, I see your slides.
All right. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Coming in after AI awesomeness, Dr. Harris, that's a tough show to come up because I know we all want to know more about that. I know I do, so I would have loved to hear more on that. But hi, my name is Zinnia Bayardo. I am a library instructional support specialist. I have been an elementary librarian, a middle school librarian, a high school librarian, and now I work at the district level and I support all of our librarians in the district. And we have about 116. I think we're opening a new school. I think it's 116 total schools. And so I help support all of them. You can find my information at zbayardo.bio.link. It's a little website app that you can get all of my information and all of the social medias that are on there. So I am on Instagram and I don't even want to say it, but the formerly known as Twitter Bird app. I don't use that as often anymore. I just use that for work, but I am more on Instagram and Threads. So you can find me there. So today we're going to talk about, I hope I inspire you a little about revving up your engine and getting back to a work mode, school mode, librarian mode. It's okay to still want to hold on to your summer. We all do. And it's okay to hold on to that and have those feelings. But once you step in that library back with your students, I hope that some of these things I'm going to share with you, it'll get you back into that pep in your step with your library and your students. So we're going to talk about starting off strong with a yearly goal, get on the right track with instructional standards. Of course, the love of books, the getting that reading joy in your library, in your school, with your students, with your staff, with your community. And then, of course, promoting your library program, and then finishing off strong with Librarian PLCs or your PLN. So those are the things that we're going to talk about fast and furious here because we only have a couple of minutes. So it might be a little fast and furious like NASCAR, but so why set the goal? I feel like it's kind of preaching to the choir here. We all know why we want to set a strong goal. But I also think that you want to think of this in terms of your admin or maybe some of your naysayer people out there that are like, librarian, you're a teacher. Even my own family members have made that comment to me when I was awarded Teacher of the Year. They were like, wait, you get that? You're a librarian. And so you still have to have that education for some people, right? So you want to make sure that, yes, you know all of this stuff, but you also want to be able to let others and educate them that you too set a yearly goal. Why? Because you have a purpose and a direction. It prioritizes your efforts. It helps with, effective planning, and it helps you foster your professional growth, and helps you, kind of pushes you to take a challenge. And then, of course, accountability and motivation, and then progress monitoring and evaluation at the end. How well did you do on that goal? What do you need to work on more? And then, of course, it helps you to facilitate communication with your admin and your stakeholders of the job that you're doing is worthy. So please don't cancel libraries. Let me say that again. Please don't cancel libraries. Because you set goals, you set worthy goals, you set important goals, and you are doing a great purpose in your library that affects the whole school. So you want to set a strong goal. So you want to think of how to find what your students need, right? So of course, when you collaborate with your teachers, your specialists, your administrators, when you attend PLC meetings of your teacher PLC meetings, when you attend their trainings. So when you go to elementary ELAR department trainings or PD, you're there showing your teachers, hey, I'm right along with you. Whatever you're learning for your classroom, I'm going to take it in as well, so that you can apply it in the library to be an extension of their classroom. So they see you in their PD along with them. That's a win right there. But that's also a way for you to gather data on how you want to make that your goals, right? You also want to keep an eye in your library and keep an eye, oh, I see that students are having a really hard time knowing the difference between nonfiction and fiction, or I see that students are having a really hard time with X, Y, and Z. I can do a goal on that. Or checkouts show me that the biography section needs some love. Let me give some kind of programming or activity or lessons or programs in the library that focus on that section for checkout. And of course, tried and true, test scores, grades, all of that information is important to look at. But I think also you want to look at your CIP, or it's been called SIP, the SIP. Basically what that is, that's your campus improvement plan. That's what your admin and all of your campus leaders work on. Hopefully you're a part of the campus leadership team, but whatever your admin is looking at when it comes to instruction or whatever, that they are, those are the goals for the campus. You want to be a part of that team, and you want to be a part of that solution as well. And so you want to make your goals to fit the campus improvement plan. That is sending an alert to your admin. Oh, okay, well, the library is not just this floating orb over here outside, but it's working in conjunction with my needs and what I'm needing for our staff, right? For our campus, for our students. So you want to make sure that you're looking at all of those things too when you're writing or preparing your goal. And then, of course, the things that you know that our students need: information and digital literacy, any kind of research skills, critical thinking skills, question evaluation skills, all of that important stuff, AI skills, the ethics of AI. So all of that information. And then, of course, the reading literacy. So all of those things are what you want to incorporate when you are ready to start writing a really strong goal for the year. You want to stay on track. Your goals should be focused on student needs. Now, sometimes we see collection development, or I want to organize the library, the feng shui of the library, or the flow, or all of those things are really great things to think about and great things to have a plan for. Those are all great things to look at, but those can be a part of your goal. You want your goal in general to be focused on student achievement, academic success of your students. The main goal should be about student achievement and instruction. So when you're writing the goal, we all know about SMART goal. I just finished learning about the SMARTY goal. I loved that. Something new that I learned today. So we also saw this PERKS goal. It was part of a PD that we went to for coaches. And we really liked it because it really focuses on the students. So the PERK stands for powerful goal, emotionally compelling, meaning that's something that you are going to want to work on. That's something that is meaningful to you, the librarian, right? And then, of course, it's reachable, it's clear, and clear meaning that it's simple and easy to understand. In other words, when I read it, doesn't mean that it's simple. I'm going to put 1 + 2 + 3. No, it means that it's easy to understand, and it involves like a few roadblocks as possible. And then, of course, it's student focused. So we are kind of changing and how we're writing our goals, or the outline of it, instead of the SMART goals, which really it's in conjunction with, it's a little bit of both, but then also really focusing on the student needs. So I am sharing this document with you guys. Here are some goal examples. let me throw that over here. So here are some good goals. And then it gives us some kind of a why of some good goals. And then here are some goals that kind of need improvement. So I want to weed my collection. Collection development is, centered goals. Usually they don't focus enough on the student achievement or collaboration. So it should be a part of a larger goal, more centered around student success. I want to consistently plan and collaborate with all grade levels or with the one challenging grade level. Again, these focus on collaboration, these focus on student achievement. So these are some examples of what good goals are to focus on for the year, and some goals that need improvement. You might want to change them or add to them that have student achievement. So I have this template here that I'm going to share with you guys as well. When you get a copy of this, let me throw that over here. When you get a copy of this presentation, you'll be able to click on there and you can make a copy of this librarian goal writing worksheet. And basically it's what it is here. It is the perks analogy outlined for you guys. And then you can answer these essential questions. What's the most important knowledge and skill my students need to attain by the end of the school year? Where are the students now based on what I know? And then you can fill that out. At the end, you can write, there's a STEM sentence. I want to blank so that my students can blank. I would flip that around so that you're really focusing on students. So my students need blank, so I am going to work on blank, or my goal is to blank. Flip it around so that your students come first, so that you're really focused on that. All right, so incorporating instructional standards. Again, preaching to the choir here. I think you guys know why it's important to incorporate instructional standards, but I want you to think of it as if you're speaking to an administrator or a teacher or a stakeholder that doesn't understand why you write librarians write lesson plans. That's weird. I didn't think you taught anything. Or what? You have standards? Think of these. This is part of your little elevator speech to share with them that, yeah, we incorporate instructional standards in our lessons, in our activities, in our programming, because it ensures consistency. It supports student learning, and I'm all about what my students need as well. It enhances collaboration. So these are all reasons why we incorporate instructional standards. And these are part of the things that you want to share with your admin and them, especially when you want to be invited to their PLCs. Why? Oh, because I want to be able to show you that I am also an instructional leader on campus, and show you that what I do is credible and valuable in the library. Our library program, it has credibility and value. So these are all great things. I know that you guys know, but some others don't. And so you want to be able to put these in your back pocket when you're able to share. So believe it or not, yes, Texas school libraries also have standards. So you want to pull from your state standards if there are. If not, you want to pull from your national library standards and pull some of those and prepare for your lessons and activities or your goals that you're going to write at the beginning of the year. The ASL standard framework for learners are a great place to start. You want to see what do our learners need to come away with. And so this is a great place to start. The Future Ready Librarians, this is a great, what it says on the website. They teach and promote diverse literacy, integrate engaging digital tools, collaborate, implement equitable and inclusive learning environments. There is a tool on there. So if you click on here, it'll take you to this reflection tool, and you can answer. Now it goes from everything from instructional to your space to your budget, and it kind of gives you a little tool to assess your current strengths and areas of growth in relation to the Future Ready Library framework. So you can receive personalized snapshot to help plan for professional and program growth. This is a really great tool if you have never done this before, if you're a brand new librarian or you've never seen this before. This is a really great tool to kind of look at what you're doing. And this is a great time to do it in the summer or after the year that has ended. You can kind of review, and then in the summertime, you're ready to kind of come up with a plan for the next school year. So it's a great tool that from the Future Ready Librarian. So igniting a love for books. Again, I think I'm preaching to the choir, but I do feel like sometimes the library or the year can get bog us down with, I have to do Chromebooks and I have to do lunch duty 53 million times a day. And I got pulled to sub for the 63rd day in a row, or all of those things get in our way. And we kind of tend to forget ourselves, as others tend to forget who we are on our campus. You are the champion, the instigator, the facilitator of reading joy on your campus. And I know that you guys know that, but sometimes we can forget. Sometimes all of the worries and the stresses and the other things coming at us can help us forget. So I just want you to remember that and try to remember that. And then also look for who on your campus will work with you to spread that reading joy across your campus. Who's your ally in this work? Of your many admins. So in high school, I had 5. Of your many, which one was the reader? Which one was the one who would always get excited? Which one was the ones who would always tell me, Z, you are a reading freak and I love it. I want to work with you. Your teachers, which one are the ones that are super rah sis boom bah, that I want to go to book club with you and have a book club? Those are the people that you want to bring in and be around and help do this work, and also to help remind you, especially when we have all of those other stresses going on and we tend to forget ourselves. So what are some reading events and activities that you've done that would create reading joy in your campus, in your library? But I'm thinking more campus wide. So here are some things you can add to it. This is going to be a living kind of menting meter. So if you want to add to it, you can scan the QR code here or enter it at menti.com with this code. And you'll see some of the things that other people have done. Bilingual reading buddies. I am a bilingual reading teacher at heart. So I would always like to create those buddies with my classroom and others. So that's a great way to create reading joy on your campus. Of course, book clubs, book talks. Those are something so simple and so easy because you guys are already doing the reading. So then let's just start talking about the books that you're reading and promoting them, right? But not only you, because I bet you're an expert at book talks, but let's try and encourage our students and our staff and our admin to also book talk and get them to share about the reading that they're doing. And you, even for our shy teachers, I would tell them, fine, you don't have to do a book commercial, but put all the books that you're reading on your door, on your bulletin board. Share your reading life. I used to share that on Twitter, hashtag share your reading life. Especially my husband is an elementary coach, and I used to always tell him, put the book that you're reading, the book you just finished reading, and the book you're about to read on your door to the gym. Because if they see that the coach reads a lot, then I want to read too. Because if coach does it, then it's cool too. So encourage your staff members on your campus to also share on all those office doors, teachers' doors, classroom doors. Ask me what I'm currently reading and share that. Those are easy way book talks to share reading joy. A book swap. Every year I would have a Christmas book swap. And at the end of the school year book swap, kids just brought a book, took a book. You bring 2 books, you take 2 books. You bring a book, you take a book. Super simple. I also had one for the staff for our adult books in the library lounge. And then also genre spotlight. That's a great idea. Book fair, of course. Celebrity readers. We have our librarians invite school board members and friends to come over. So these are all great ideas to create reading joy. Now let's talk about promoting advocacy of your library program. I know that making a report, writing a report at the end of the year can be cumbersome, tiresome, and I just don't want to do it. And then we get that little voice in our head saying, does anybody really read this? Does anybody care? Is anybody going to look at this? Yes, let me be the one to tell you yes, especially if you are the one who's promoting. Promote everywhere. Listen, I was at a barbecue, family barbecue, and I was telling everybody, you know how many checkouts I had last year? Let me tell you. And grandma was like, I don't know what you're talking about, girl, but she's going to hear about how many books checkouts I had and telling her all about my successes in the library. Because if I wrote the report, I'm going to share the report with everyone. Twitter, Instagram, admin, stakeholders, community members, put it on everything to share. And you want to collect that data to show libraries are doing great, beautiful, wonderful things that count, that have value. So please don't cancel libraries. So share that. You want to, of course, your administrator comes to evaluate our library. Admins are required to evaluate and appraise our librarians yearly. So that's another great way to share and promote and advocate and have those conversations. This is a great conversation here. If you guys want to share in the chat, how do you get on your admin schedule for a meeting? At the beginning of the year, let's talk about my goals for this year. And at the end of the year, let's talk about my evaluation at the end of the year. How do you get your admin to value your library program and the work that you're doing? So this is a good, some good conversations. Make sure you put them in the chat so that we could talk about that and share. You also want to clearly articulate your mission. So we are asking our librarians to put a big poster of your mission and vision and your purpose, and then make sure that you are emphasizing how you're supporting student learning, information literacy, you're fostering the love and joy of reading. You also want to develop that sweet little elevator pitch. Sometime I had an admin that was always walking. I don't know where he was going, but he always had somewhere to go. So I'm gonna walk with you because I got some things to tell you. I've got some things that I want to ask for you. So have a little elevator speech that could be quick. And you always want to include how your library contributes to student and academic success, because that perks their ear up to listen up. And then, of course, a variety of communication channels. You want to share with all of your stakeholders, your students, your parents, your admin, your teachers, your community members, your district as a whole, your other colleagues, sharing in newsletters, website, blogs, social media, all of the platforms. Here's one thing that I want to talk about really quick, because I know I only have a couple of minutes, so I'm talking really fast. You want to share at open house events, even if it's, I don't know, athletics night. Well, I'm gonna have a little table outside the library and share how the library has books on athletics, athletes, and how the library can help your athlete with their homework and projects and research, and make the grade so that they can stay on the team, whatever it is. But I was always out there to share with my community members and share with my parents and share with my students, and then seek opportunities to present, obviously, right? At staff meetings, PTA meetings, district-wide meetings. You want to be able to present what you have to offer. You're constantly promoting and sharing about your program. Gathering a system for gathering all of your success stories, your student testimonials, and the impact data. This is important. So I am going to share this template with you guys. When you'll click on it, it is a way to collect. So kind of like, think of it when you go to Whataburger and at the end, they're like, oh, here's your receipt. And there's a little survey on here. If you want to fill that out for me, that'd be great. Don't be too shy to ask for someone else to toot your horn, to make sure to give you some shout outs or some praise or some feedback. This is great. So this, Google form, I'm going to share with you guys a template so that you can make a copy of your own, so that you can, and then put a poster on your library. If you just help someone, with made a connection with a stakeholder, you made their project happen, a teacher needed help with a lesson, or you made something really cool with an extension to their collaboration or something, or you made it right. This is how someone else were like, hey, that was really great. Do you mind filling out this survey and filling out what you just told me? That's a great way to collect data so that you can share in your report or you tweet out or whatever. In the end, you want to really connect with your PLN, your network. All of you are part of my network, I am part of all of your network now. So of course, social media, I used to really use Twitter a lot to have that. Now I'm on Threads and Instagram. I love Instagram, my library Instagram. I love to see other people's libraries. So that's a place where I'm really connecting with other librarians and from all levels, academic, university, all levels. So these are the people that have shared expertise that are going to give me support and help me grow professionally and help me collaborate with my colleagues. So this is a great way to help you grow, to help you expand your knowledge, your network of professionals. You're just going to have more people to learn from and grow with. So make sure that you are with your PLCs. A part of the AASL national standards is to work and solicit feedback from others and work with other libraries. So right here at the bottom, you are going to get a copy of what a PLC looks like. In our district, we do not have monthly meetings. We have maybe 3 or 4 monthly meetings with all of our librarians. The other months, they form their little PLCs and they're required to meet within themselves. They make their own agenda, they fill up their own agenda, they make their own meeting, and they talk about things and work on things that are worthy for them. So you're going to get a copy of what an agenda looks like, basically a template that you can do for your own PLC if you want to do that with your own district colleagues. I talked really fast and I ended it right at 3:15 for 3:59, but I want to wish everyone a winning new school year. If you have a moment, make sure to scan this and give me your thoughts and feedback. I really grow as a presenter from your thoughts and feedback. You will also get access to the presentation right down here if you click on here. So if you click on the bio right there, on the Google form for the feedback, you'll be able to get a copy of that as well.
I follow Zinnia on Instagram, Twitter, and also your TikToks are really cute. I love watching them. And she's just so dope. So look, y'all, follow her. Please go in the chat, give her some love online. Give her some love in the chat, first of all. And then the second thing is go online and give her some love too, because we want everybody to see that we have some great presenters that are coming in here and they're just giving up their free time to just present some great sessions. So thank you once again, Zinnia. It's so good to see you again. And she's a return presenter from last year when we tried this out for the first time. So really happy that you're able to join us this time.
Thank you. I just put it in the chat right there, so you'll be able to get the link to the presentation there too. Thank you. Got
it. Thank you, honey. Appreciate you. All right, our next session is one of our sponsors. Really excited about this. Mary Van Aken is the Director of School and Library Marketing with Macmillan Children's Publishing Group, and she is going to be moderating a discussion with 2 of our guests. So if you would like, you can just go on and turn on your cameras and unmute. And this session is going to be on the topic of Refresh Your Middle Grade Magic with Danelle Clayton and Julian Randall. And please forgive me if I pronounce your name incorrectly. Blame my heart. Don't blame my poor, tired mind, not my heart. Okay. So want to just introduce you all. I want to make sure that you guys are all set before I turn my camera off and I give controls over. So Mary, do you all have any slides, or this is just going to be a straight discussion?
I want to share one slide. So